Hey guys, you are welcome to your favorite YouTube channel, the I Sing with Joy Bliss. Here I talk about my singing journey and I share with you or with us helpful tips on how to become an effective singer and any other stuff. Yeah. So I'm glad you're here today. I'm glad you're watching this, and trust me, you're doing the right thing at the right time. Okay, so stay close. Today I want to talk about something very, very disturbing, and yeah, and I'm going to tell you why I said it is disturbing. I'm talking about vocal range, and first of all, I want to establish um, the fact that, or I will start by defining what range is. Vocal range is it is the distance between your lowest register or your lowest pitch to your highest pitch. Now, when I talk about highest note, I like to clarify that the highest notes that's been talked about here is not the one you have to sing with so much strain and pain, and people can barely hear what you're singing, and you yourself you're not singing. You're singing with so much inconvenience or with so much yeah, stress and all that. Now that's not your highest note. Your highest note, the distance we're talking about from your lowest to your highest, is that highest notes that you can still sing, that highest pitch that you can still hit, you can still sing, and you do it comfortably. People can hear you clearly, they enjoy it, and you sing with so much ease, but yet is your highest note. You get so. And it's also important that on this video I state that most vocal ranges have been classified into 6 common voice types, and that is and they are rather they are 1 bass, 2 baritone, 3 tenor, 4 alto, 5 mezzo soprano, and 6 soprano. So bass, baritone, tenor, alto, mezzo soprano, and soprano. And every singer will fall in either of this category or either of these classes. All right. And so what exactly it is do I want to share about us share with us about the vocal range. This is it. A friend of mine called me earlier this year when I just newly started this video or this YouTube channel when I sing with Joy Bliss, and he said that he wants to improve his vocal range. And I've had a lot of people ask me that question, like what can they do to improve their range. And most times, or if not all the times, my response or my first answer to that question is this: why do you want to improve your range? I asked that question because I want to be sure that the reason they want to improve their range is for it's a good reason, it's a healthy reason. And most times I'm 99% right why people want to improve their range, so they can sing high, they can hit any notes, they can do all those screaming, all those stuff and all of that. Why? That is good. So yeah, this friend, we're still talking, and he said yes, that in his choir currently, then the choir he was in then, he said that his music director gives him songs to score, and most time he's unable to deliver because the key on which the original song was done is kind of high, and so he's unable to sing on that key. And most times it's either he's forced to sing it on that key, or the song is given to someone else, and which is mostly the case. you know, is it that you are forced to sing it on that key? Like, you can, everybody be encouraging, like, you can hit it, you can hit the note, go, you're already trying, and just push small. Don't tight your face, do it like this, you know, or they give it to someone else in that choir that they feel can do it. Now, this is what I have to say about it. First of all, I want to state clearly that everyone has their unique voice type. Everyone has their unique voice range. You have your voice range, and it differs. Just the same way our faces differ. Just the same way our voices, you know, we don't sound alike. You know, Beyonce doesn't sound like Mariah Carey. Most of us, when you listen to Beyonce, you know, this is Beyonce, this is Mariah Carey. Do you understand? And you know, their ranges differs. It's the same thing. We all have our different vocal ranges, and the fact that you are unable to sing as high as the other person does not make you a disadvantage. It does not make you any less of a person or a singer. It's just how God designed you. You are unique. You are awesome. And I'm not ruling out the fact that you cannot improve on your range. You can. But it's important that you know that there is a limit. There is that how far you can go. There is that point that you get to and you cannot go further. Yes. And I'd like to give an illustration to back this up for better, you know, understanding. This is a rubber band. Yeah, I'll be using a rubber band for. And we know that there are different types and shapes of rubber band. I know of different shapes of rubber band. Do you understand? There's some that are smaller than this, some that are not as big as this, some that are bigger than this, some that are way bigger than this. But for this video, we're going to use the size. Now, this is the lowest state or pitch in this context of this rubber band. This is the lowest pitch. This is that state when it's normal. This is lowest. Can't go lower than this. This is the size. Now, when you begin to do your vocal warm-ups, you begin to do gigs, you sing a lot and all that, your voice range expands. And they're very good exercises that can help you expand your vocal warm-up, your vocal range, but that's not what we're doing today. So we're just talking about, you know, vocal range. So it's expanding, and it gets to this point. At this point, this is the limit. And if I expand it further, it's going to cut, and if it cuts, it's going to hurt me. And I don't want to experience that. So I'm not going to drag it any further. This is how far it can go. Now, this illustration best explains, you know, what this video is about. I wish I could get another smaller rubber band or a bigger one, so you can see that a bigger rubber band will go farther than this. While this one is stopping here, another one is expanding more than this. But no matter how, they have different sizes, shapes, and types, they all have their limits. They all have their limits. So you as an individual, as a singer, you have your lowest to your highest, and you have your limits. Another person's voice range could be higher than yours. They could sing on a key or a note that is way higher than yours and still sing comfortably. When you find yourself in those kind of situations, don't beat yourself. That's how God made you. You are unique. So if you're given a song that the original key that the song, you know, the original key they did the song is higher than your highest note or your highest pitch, my simple advice is not to kill yourself and go and be trying how to, you know, exceed or be able to hit that person's highest note, especially when you know that it is that person actually sings higher than you. You know that that's not your range. Don't do that to your voice. Don't damage your voice. Don't destroy your voice because you want to prove a point, or because you want your choir people to know how hardworking you are. You want them to know, or you want to impress your MD. You want to impress people around you. That's a very wrong reason for doing that. In fact, don't do it at all. You have your range. If you, it's good to know your vocal range, and if you feel that you can still go further, why not engage in exercises that can help you improve your voice, improve your range. Sing as often as you can and do what you need to expand your range. But when you get to that limit, you will know when you get to that limit. Yes, I can tell you for a fact that you will know when you get to that limit. But when you get to that limit, please do not push further. And if you're in a choir or in a group where, because they feel like you can't sing high and they feel like you're not good enough, you can leave. Or if you're someone like me that what people say don't get to me, I know who I am, I know what is good for me, then stay regardless of what they say. If you feel like you know that you're an alto singer, but somehow they just feel like you're a soprano singer, and so they're trying to push you there, don't stay there. Because when you destroy your voice, maybe they'll look for someone to fill in the gap. Two things to note in this video: you can actually improve your range, but it's also important that you know that you also have a limit. That is what I want you to know. And I think that for most MDs out there, we should help the people that we are leading. We should help, the people that we are leading. We should help those singers, because I think that it is part of our duty. Yes, I'm saying because I am also a music director in my own church. It is part of our duty to help these people to know their strength, and not, try to make them feel like, why can't you do it on the key the original song was, So guys, yeah, you are unique. Your voice is unique. You have your range. Discover it, stick to it, improve on it, do exploits within that space, from your lowest to your highest, and don't try to impress anybody. Don't try to impress anybody. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot. This has been on my mind for a very long time, and I'm so glad that I get the opportunity to share it with you. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you've not. Share this with a friend that you think that this video is going to help, and also click the notification bell so you can know when I'm putting up another video. And yeah, if there's anything you want me to talk about, any question you want to ask me, you can DM me on Instagram, or you can even put it below the comment section in this video. Thank you guys. I love you.